Hello everyone. In this video, I will be dealing with Hicksian demand curve, and in this video we will learn the graphical and the numerical derivation of Hicksian demand curve. So let's get started. First of all, we will learn the graphical derivation. For it, I will draw a graph containing x-axis and y-axis. Suppose that the x-axis is good x and y-axis is good y. Further, let's assume that x and y both are normal, means that normal goods. Considering these assumptions, let us draw a budget line such as it's AB. So, following the budget line, let us draw indifference curve IC1. So now let us assume that the price of good X falls. Hence, the budget line swings outward to B dash, and the new indifference curve is formed as IC2, and let us assume that this is E1 and this is E2. The shift of equilibrium from E1 to E2 is price effect. So in order to get the substitution effect, we will compensate the newly formed budget line, that is A B dash, in such a way that the consumer can get the same level of satisfaction as previous, that is as in IC1. So we will draw a line parallel to AB dash and tangent to IC1. So it is tangent at this point. So this point is E3. So now the moment of equilibrium point from E1 to E3 is substitution effect. By drawing this, let us draw another curve. X is good X and this is price of good X. Let us draw a parallel line. Let's draw a line that runs straight from E1 to downward. Let us term as Q1, and similarly let us draw a line straight from E3 to down panel B. Let us draw Q2. Since the price has fallen down, let us consider it's P1. Initially the demand is at this point. Let us consider it's A. Let's consider this P2. Price has fallen from P1 to P2. Let us consider its demand at this point. It's B. Let us join these two curves. This is Hicksian demand curve for good X. Good X, it is Hicksian. For normal good, the Hicksian demand curve is downward sloping and it is steeper than the ordinary demand curve, the Marshall demand curve. If you want to draw ordinary demand curve, then simply drag the line straight downward from E2. Let us consider at Q3 and simply join this A and C point D X M. Both Hicksian demand curve and Marshall demand curve are downward sloping, but Hicksian demand curve is steeper than the Marshall demand curve due to the substitution effect. So now we have derived the Hicksian demand curve. Now let us go towards the numerical approach. We will do numerical. For numerical, our objective function is m equals to p1 x1 plus p2 x2. This is our expenditure minimization problem. Subject to u bar equals to u constant, utility constant equals to x1 x2. Now we will form a Lagrangian function such that z equals to p1 x1 plus p2 x2 plus lambda u bar minus x1 x2. I have simply placed the value of m as this, and I have simply normalized this equation and multiplied by lambda. So now we will partially differentiate equation 1 with respect to x1 x2 and lambda. So z1, let's term z1 equals to, for clarification I will write this dx1 equals to, this is simple for derivative z with respect to x1 equals z1, and if I differentiate equation 1 with respect to x1, then it will be p1 plus, it will be 0 since there is no x2 in the second part, and so plus it will be minus lambda x2 equals to 0. We have used first order condition. Similarly for dz divided by dx2, it is 0 plus p2 plus minus lambda x1 equals to 0. Similarly for dz by d lambda equals to 0 plus 0, and it will be plus u bar minus x1 x2 equals to 0. Let us term as equation A, let us term as equation B, let us term as equation C. So now for the solving equation A, we will get p1 minus lambda x2 equals to 0. This gives that lambda equals to p1 by x2. From equation B, p2 minus lambda x1 equals to 0. From this, lambda equals to p2 by x1. So now equating these two equations, we will get the equilibrium of a consumer. X2 equals to, so now this is the consumer equilibrium, and further solving this for x1, we will get x1 equals to x2 times p2 by p1. Let us consider it as equation 2. Now we will substitute the value of x1 in this c such that it will u equals to x1 x2, and after solving this equation c, we will get this equation, and we will substitute the value of x1 as x2 p2 by p1 x2, and let us say it u equals to, we will place it here where p2 equals to x2 square. Therefore x2 equals to root under p1 u divided by p2. This is the Hicksian demand curve for good x2, and the Hicksian demand curve for good x1 is, we will simply substitute this value in the equation 2. By substituting it, we will get x1 equals to, it's x2, so we will write p1 u bar divided by p2 times p2 divided by p1. By solving this, we will get root under, it's simply p2 u bar divided by p1. So for good x1, the Hicksian demand curve is root under p2 u bar divided by p1. Thank you.